I first went to the hospital and got a first biopsy back in December of last year, I think, or January, and it came back that it was actually cancerous. And then I went for a follow-up appointment in Edinburgh, and then they told me that it might not be cancer. So the voice box is where they took the biopsy from, and that's where they found the kind of tumour. A couple of weeks later I went for another biopsy, and it came back that it was cancerous, and that, you know, that they were going to offer me radiotherapy treatment.
When Michelle first diagnosed with cancer, we did an initial care plan with her to address those early concerns. Following on from that, she was then referred on to the Improving the Cancer Journey if she had any concerns going forward.
So the ICJ service supports people with anything that isn't their clinical concerns. So anything to do with their hospital appointments or their treatment. They can refer to the team at the hospital, and then we will support them with anything out with that.
Within the first week I got a phone call from Macmillan to offer support, and then within a week later I got a phone call from the ICJ team offering me support and wondering if there was anything they could do at the time to support me.
We accept referrals for anyone newly diagnosed with cancer from any health or social care partners, family members, or even person themselves. When we receive a referral, I will phone the person to introduce the service and ask whether they want to participate. And depending where the person lives, I will then allocate them to one of our 2 workers, Charlie or Sheena.
A care plan that we use is based on the concerns that have been identified on the checklist, but also based on the conversation that we have when we meet the person, either in their home or in a community setting where they feel comfortable.
So whatever's happening for them at that moment, we will then go in and meet with them and have a chat with them and find some solutions. So we come up with a plan together, a plan of action, and we will then perhaps go on and signpost them to partner organisations or to other services that might give them the support that they're looking for.
I work one-to-one with carers, supporting them in their caring role or referring them on to specialist services, depending on what they need. I had first contact with Michelle in 2024 because she couldn't talk. We'd done a lot with email, text, until she could speak again.
My role is helping people to find social activities, get involved in clubs and sessions to help break isolation and also to get a community presence built up again. I was in contact with Sheena from the ICJ, and we would update each other regularly about how things were going, obviously with slightly different roles, so therefore it was useful to find out what we were doing and also for me to know what the ICJ were doing. Because of Michelle's illness, she wasn't actually able to participate in any of the sessions. She was too ill, she was too tired, and this caused a lot of problems. So the additional support that was offered by the ICJ was really useful.
The lady who phoned was so nice and sounded so supportive, and at the time it was difficult because I think my own family were struggling to accept what was going on. So to have someone else that I could talk to that would understand that it wasn't family, feeling that support was enough to think, well, yeah, maybe there is, you know, support out there, and you know, that I don't have to overwhelm my family with the going-ons or the in and outs of the, you know, the kind of at the time of what was going on.
The concerns checklist is a tool that is sent to the person with cancer ahead of the appointment, and it's then used as the basis for the conversation, which is the holistic needs assessment.
Sheena provided me with emotional support, as well as giving me ideas of like things out within the community, other stuff that's going on that I could maybe be involved with to help with my self-confidence and helped get me out the house a little bit. I needed somebody to listen to me, somebody that's not family, somebody who's not going to be judgmental or jump in with their own concerns. Is really nice to be listened to.
The benefits of the ICJ service are that we can meet people face to face and have a conversation and then put together our care plan according to their concerns or needs of information so that they're getting the right support at the right time.
The Improving the Cancer Journey is it's a really good service out in the community, and it would be very beneficial if you're struggling with any concerns to get in touch with them, and they would be able to support and signpost you through difficult times.
To know that if there was anything that I was concerned about, I could pick up the phone and possibly ask. You know, if I wasn't sure about anything, I'm sure they would be able to help, or could help, or willing to help. And for me, that was enough. The willingness of the support was by far, important to me, really was. To just know that there was support out there actually made the start of the journey easier for me, if that makes sense. Yeah. I would definitely recommend it to anyone. To know the help's out there can help someone not feel so alone. And for me, that was the best part of the kind of interactions and, just having that comfort beside me during that time, because that was a difficult time of my life. And having a friendly, smiley, chatty face and somebody to talk to just helped me through the day. It really did.
Thank you so much for everything.
You're so welcome.
I don't think I could have done it without you.
Oh,
Thank you.